Welcome to the Unveiling Shadows podcast. I'm your host, Kimberly Mosby. Join me as I dive into powerful stories of resilience and strength. In each episode, I sit down with guests who have faced similar journeys of coercive control, financial manipulation, and personal invasion. Together, we uncover the shadows, share our experiences, and inspire others to reclaim their lives. Tune in, listen, and be a part of the community that stands tall against the forces that seek to control us.
But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America. Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books.
We would make this happen. We would immediately start deploying $100 billion with a goal of making $500 billion within the next 4 years.
I think this will be the most important project of this era. And as Masa said, for AGI to get built here, to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, to create a new industry centered here.
$500 billion Stargate project, I think it's going to be something that's very special. It'll lead to something that could be the biggest of all.
Okay, I want to touch on the Sam, Larry, and Masa Stargate projects really quick. Let's look and see if it is a Psyops project.
Which is our first location. The kind of applications that we're building, to give you an idea, maybe the most charismatic and the one that I think touches us all is electronic health records. Not just maintaining electronic health records, but by looking at electronic health records, understanding the condition of the doctors, better understanding the condition of their patients, and being able to provide healthcare plans that are much better than they otherwise would be. A doctor in Indian River Reservation would be able to see how a doctor at Memorial Sloan Kettering would treat the patient, or a doctor at Stanford would treat the patient. We actually provide all of that information, all of that.
Larry, maybe we'll start with you and we'll go down the line. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, so do you know how President Trump ran a TV show called The Apprentice, right? And he, didn't tell the people the truth all of the time, and there's a reason for that. So I want you to watch his expression on his face right here when he's letting him speak. And then remember, if there were a way to put someone in front of a firing squad, because we don't have firing squads here in the U.S. Today, how would you put them in front of that? By putting them in front of the media. So same thing as lynching, like nobody would be out there stringing these people up by a rope on a tree, but instead would use the very mechanism to bury them. So I'm just trying to approach this from a different perspective because I know how Psyops work. And so I thought about this when I woke up this morning and I thought,
Impossible. AI holds incredible promise for all of us, for every American. We've actually been working with OpenAI for a while and with Masa for a while. The data centers are actually under construction. The first of them are under construction in Texas. Each building's 500,000 square feet. There are 10 buildings currently being built, but that will expand to 20 and other locations beyond the Abilene location, which is our first location. The kind of applications that we're building, to give you an idea, maybe the most charismatic and the one that I think touches us all is
it's like, did you see that? He winked at someone and then he went like, they're going to bury themselves. So why do you think that Melania was wearing the V for Vendetta dress at the inauguration, and why do you think that she had the letter R on her dress for the dance? So V for Vendetta and R for Revenge, and this is how you would get people to hang themselves, because this is the same narrative that they were spewing, right?
electronic health records, not just maintaining electronic health records, but by looking at electronic health records, understanding the condition of the doctors, better understanding the condition of their patients, and being able to provide healthcare plans that are much better than they otherwise would be. A doctor in Indian River Reservation would be able to see how a doctor at Memorial Sloan Kettering would treat the patient, or a doctor at Stanford would treat the patient. We actually provide all of that information, all of that guidance to the doctors who are treating cancer patients or patients with any other kind of disease, made possible by AI. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'm going to pass it to Masa, but this is a very exciting program for Oracle to be a part of. Thank you.
Let me say something about the buildings that they're planning on building. They're already built. They're called fusion centers. They're in a town near you.
Thank you. Okay. That's good. That's great. I feel tall now. Thank you. Well, Mr. President, last month I came to celebrate your winning and promised that we will invest $100 billion. And you told me, oh, Masa, go for 200. Yeah. Now I came back with 500. Because this is the, as you said yesterday, this is the beginning of golden age of America. This is one great example, I think, right? We wouldn't have decided to do this.
I think so.
This is the beginning of golden age. We wouldn't have decided unless you won. And yesterday we agreed, we signed to make this happen.
Great.
Because of this day.
Very nice.
So we would make this happen. We would immediately start deploying $100 billion with the goal of making $500 billion within next 4 years, within your term, right? Because of your success. So we are very, very excited to do this. And our partner is, of course, SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, and additionally investing partner with MGX. On top of that, we have the technology partner, NVIDIA, and of course, Microsoft has been very, very supportive to Sam and continue to support all our success. This is not just for business. As Larry said, this will help people's life. This will help solving many, many issues.
Look at his face.
Difficult things that
no.
otherwise we could not have solved with the power of AI. I think AGI is coming very, very soon. And then after that, that's not the goal. After
the goal is not to be transhumanists, okay? So Larry, Curly, and Mo here can go pound the sand, but I want you to think of it as a suicide or a lynching in front of everyone, because these people have no healthcare experience. They are in the tech field. And I did my engineered reality scoring system sheet, and I came up with over 25, which means moderate likelihood, look deeper. So I just want people to put on your critical thinking caps, and because I know you're smarter than this. Stay strong. You got this.
Thank you for listening to the Unveiling Shadows podcast. I hope today's episode has shed light on the experiences that too often remain hidden. If you or someone you know has a story to share, please reach out to me. Remember, you're not alone and your voice matters. Follow me on social media and subscribe to the podcast for more inspiring stories. Until next time, stay strong and keep unveiling the shadows.